Hello guys, welcome back to another What If video. Today I'll be doing a brand new What If called What If Asta was the shield hero. And yes, it would be the shield hero from the Rising of the Shield Hero because that's the only shield hero I know. And there's probably no other shield hero, so yeah. As he will get the legendary shield as his magic. Here, like, since it's mana in the, the shield hero universe, he will have magic in this, but he won't really get a grimoire since his like shield can literally kind of turn into a book. So yeah, let's just dive right into it. This is where we start. As Asta is left at the church, and it is, he will kind of look like Juno, but a little bit different with hairstyle. As he won't be related to Juno at all, they just look alike. She be named Asta. So yeah, I should probably sit down instead of just walking around in my room. It's like middle night while I'm recording, but yeah. Asta now, as the years went, she would, the father was pick them out to the church and say like, oh, Asta and Juno. He looks at them like, they look alike, but then he sees Asta that he's a little bit more colorful in his face. And as he looks a little bit, like, this one is more spirit than the others, he thinks, so maybe still they're twins or something. Then there's like, no, they're not, he thinks, like, they feel completely different. As he sees that Juno has a pendant, as for now when he looks at Asta, he doesn't see anything really, yet. But it will appear soon. Well, when Asta looks his magic. As Asta will only have like kinda this. Like shield, he won't be able to wield a sword. It'll just be thrown out of his hand. He won't get anti-magic in this either, since there's shield. The shield hero's abilities is mana, like magic with mana and that. So yeah, as they have the same so now the years went by. Juno gets sent to like the chief village there to deliver the letter. As now, Asta follows him to make sure he doesn't get hurt. But Juno, of course, will get hurt. Well, so now Juno had left the letter, was about to walk back to the village. Now the drunk guy appears from a corner and snatches his pen at Juno. Said, "What?" And then his drunk guy punches him to the ground. Juno like started crying, said, "Give it back! It's not yours." He's like, "Oh, what you gonna do?" And Asta said, "Give it back!" As he runs toward the drunk guy and punches him. Drunk guy like, "What?" He's like, "What is this?" Oh, in this, actually, I figured something out. Asta will get a grimoire still. So he'll be able to use magic, but I won't tell you what magic it is. He will have like shield, her sub shield, and all that. Well, actually, he will be just using the shield, as his magic will merge with the shield hero's abilities. So yes, now he just runs up and punches Drunk guy. Drunk like, what you gonna do? As the kind of goes the same as in canon though. After Ostis from back a bit, the grimoire guy the drunk guy gets annoyed and just pulls out his grimoire. Ostis like, what? Then he just also decides to just run and punch him before take the pennant back before he uses open his grimoire. But too late, the drunk guy has already opened his grimoire. Goes towards Ostis like, you, hell, I'll take that. Then no, Ostis won't have anything really. Then he would see like the armband he had, like with a jewel on it. Like, I'll take that armband from you. 2 seconds sell it as booze. Ostis like, what did you say? Ostis gets mad and punches the drunk guy again. It's now the drunk guy uses his magic now. It's a giant, kind of the giant fireball, but there's fireball coming towards Asta. Asta thinks, oh crap, I'm dead now, he thinks. But then he just holds up his hand to protect himself. And suddenly, on his, I know there's like in the first episodes of it, like as on his left arm now a shield with he had armband on his left arm. Well, you thought it was an armband, but it will really be on his skin, kinda. Merge with him, he can't really take it off. It's there now. As the shield just appears, and it will be like the silver shield he has. Like the shield he has normally. Also just holds it up and protects himself. As he thinks like he's then a unit too, like Asta, no. Then he sees that Asta, the fireball just doesn't bother, goes towards Asta, it just stops. Also look and select the shield, like what? He thinks like, is this my magic? He thinks, and yes, it is. And then the drunk will be like, what the? Then also like you see the shield, like oh right. Then he goes towards him, and like you gotta pay now. He thinks. You gotta give the pennant back to you now. As drunk will be like taken back by his medic, then he will charge up again and use up more fireballs. Austin just blocked them with his shield, as it'll make some noises. As the chief would hear this, and wonder what all this noise was about. Then we see that there was like the kid that he gave him the letter was sitting on the ground crying. As he opened the door and see the kid crying, then he sees another kid just fighting a drunk guy. The local drunk psycho guy, kinda. Like, see what this is like, so he's again at it again, huh? Then he'll see that the kid, like, fights him has a weird shield on his left arm. Like, what? Is this magic? Then thinks that he should step in so the kid doesn't get hurt. Then the chief goes behind the drunk guy and punches him in the neck. No, he just neck chops him. The drunk guy passes out. Asta would be ready to fight him now, but then Eunice like, no, Asta, it's still the chief village here. Asta like, okay. Thinks like, okay. Then the chief would just ask if they're okay. Asta like, yeah. And then Asta looks at the shield. It doesn't disappear now. He thinks like start to shake it, try to shake it off. He even asks the chief for help, as he tries to help him too, but it doesn't really work at all. Asta like, what? Why does it come off? Asta then picks up the pen and tells Sino that we should probably go now. The chief is like, yeah, I'll go with you and explain. Asta like, yeah, thanks. As he still like tries to take the shield off, he gets annoyed, like, come on, why does it go off? Then he sees the gemstone, like, wait, is that my armband or something, he thinks? Then go back to the church. As the chief explains everything, the father thanks him for saving them, as he wondered what Asta's, like, this weird shield on Asta was. Asta like, I just can't get it off or anything, it just appeared when the drunk guy threw the fireball at me. Then he'll be like, okay. Asta thinks about it, like, why is it so then he tries to lay down to sleep that night, but he can't because the shield's so uncomfortable. He thinks about it. It's like, why is this shield so uncomfortable? Then he turns to a smaller, like, no, it will also be able to still sleep. Next morning he wakes up, he still tries to take it off, like, bruh. Then he goes out training. Decides to train instead, because if he can't get this shield off, he should probably just be able to use it, since it's his magic. But as now he walks out, as the church people just wonder where Asta went, then father's like, oh, he probably went out training with his shield. Okay. As Juno goes out, checking where Asta went, and then he finds Asta near the demon skull training with his shield. Asta like, then he ask Juno if he could throw his windbag at it. Juno like, oh, okay. As he does that, Asta blocks using his shield. It does nothing to him. He doesn't even stumble at all. Yuna and Asta get surprised by this and shocked, like, what? Then Asta will think like, this shield is pretty cool. Yuna will be like, yeah, it is kinda is though, Asta. You get some good magic, but what is that magic, Asta? Like, I don't know. Asta said, as it's the truth, he just doesn't know what this magic is. And then Yuna and Osprey talk to each other now of this chain a little bit with each other. The days would run by. It'll be a week later. As he Asta like would be used now would have been used to like wearing the shield at all time on him. As he was used to eating with it, doing everything. Then he thinks like it's kind of uncomfortable that it's just there. Then he's moving it around. He finds out that he is able to move it around, but can never take it off. I was like, bruh. Then I was like, at least I can move it around to make it a little bit more comfortable sometimes. And now the years wouldn't by. Asta is now 12 years old, as he will be training with the shield almost every day. As the Janka will be back for like now, the Janka no, Asta will be like they will be like some couple of months afterwards. Janka will be back with some friends to beat Asta up. Asta like see the Janka be like, oh, it's you again. Then he sees the other like, oh, so you got friends now, huh? Janka be like, your shield won't be able to break this. Asta be like, bruh, just leave me alone, he thinks. Like, how persistent is this drunk idiot gonna be? Then he just walks away really. It's more like he has Asta doesn't bother him. Doesn't bother fighting with the drunk guy. Drunk would have had enough now. Is then he's shouting like Asta talking about complaining. Then says, just give up, just come here already so we can kick your ass. Or something, he said. I was like, what? Did you say? I guess come here so we can kick your ass. I was like, bruh, that's no way to like tell me to come there. Then they was tell enough about Asta shit chatting. And told him just shut it and then just attacks him now. I was like, okay. As they attacks him now, the other mages were selected. One had the iron magic and the other one had electric magic. As to all attack him now, iron, electric and fire would go towards Asta. Asta holds up his shield back. No, you're not gonna get to me. Then he blocks all their attacks with his shield. Asta like, what? His little shield. Then he thinks like it's not big enough. He thinks can't do anything with it. Then he has things, and then the others, some villagers, no, the Knights would be there, just hearing this clash and wonder what happens. Then you see a little kid to get picked up by three adults. They will see us back around there and try to help the kid. Osbeck, come on, more friends? He kind of looks at drunk guy. Drunk like, medic nights, huh? Osbeck, oh, medic nights, finally. Really, this guy started to annoy me as hell. As it will be Julius and some other medic knights. No, no. It won't be any medic knights. They will be like the Juno and the church people wondering where Asta went. As they would see Asta fighting there. There's rush there and tries to help Asta in the fight. Then then tells the Juno to go get some villagers to help to fend these guys off. He'll be like, okay. He quickly does that to save Asta. Asta continue blocking every single attack. Asta has enough. That's like, enough! And he goes towards them. No, he'll get a new no, he won't get a new shield yet. I'll wait until he gets his grimoire. And Asta's grimoire will merge with his shield. Before he gets a new shield for him. And then Asta would, what am I saying? What the hell am I saying right now? As that, like, get the villagers to come and overman the drunk guy. As he will get arrested. Now the medic knights, no. As drunk guy runs away, it's like, crap. As now he runs away with others, his friends. They leave Ostel now. As Asta and the then they will ask Asta if he's okay. He's like, yeah. As she said, you still got a little bit of scratches on the outside near the shield. And then, as they would see around the shield that he had burn marks around it that he couldn't really block. They would just literally heal him. Then I was like, thanks. Then I decided to train every single day, though closer to the church, so he could have like watch over him until he gets older and protect himself. So when he got older, the shield would get a little bit bigger. Yeah, because it wasn't that big when he was small. Because that would be kinda heavy for him, really. It would look odd to have that big of a shield when he's just a kid. So he has to have a little bit a small shield. Then Asta would be now 12 years old. No, 15. We skip at 15 years. No, until he's 15, they're about to get the grimoires. No, it's a couple months earlier. Asta trains with his shield, looks at trains with Juno, as the church people see that they look so much alike. Asta and Juno will notice this, but they will see clear differences. Their attitudes, how they're clothed, how they act and all that, and not their hairstyles, and their kind of like the eye color. As Asta will have a greenish hair color. No, he will have a greenish hair color, as he will be built as well. He has to train his muscles, because it can't be Asta without muscles. I mean, come on. Have you ever a slim Asta? Oh god, that would be a horror. I can swear someone in the comments will probably find a photo of it and send me that. I will have nightmares for weeks. Then, yes, they get their training now. Asta and Juno together. Juno still uses wind magic to block. Asta blocks it with his shield. As Asta would notice some, didn't notice some things would happen with plants when he was near them, really. Because yes, Asta will have the plant affinity in this from the shield hero. Because he is, yes, for the shipping in this, it will be Asta and Mimosa. Or Asta, well, I don't really know yet. As, how shall I explain it? No, they get her Grimoire ceremony, that skip ahead those months that were left, they get her into her Grimoire ceremony. They're standing waiting there. Asta will have the clothes of the shield hero soon. He will have those when he gets his Grimoire. Actually, no, he will get those after training. As he will have I don't know what clothes he should have before that. Let's say that he had the same as in canon until he gets his new clothes. Like after 6 month training gap. As he's standing there together with Yuno. He has something to kinda hide his shield. No, he doesn't hide it at all, he just shows it. Everyone would see this. Thinks what is that? They think maybe it's his magic. This villager would know already that is magic, but the local nobles that go to the Grimoire Tower didn't know that. As Asta and Yuno would no, now the Grimoire ceremony would begin. The Grimoires would start to go down. As now a bright greenish light would go down to Yuno. As now Asta where his Grimoire is, and of course Yuno gets a 4-leaf clover. So now the nobles see that Asta didn't get the Grimoire, they will start to laugh. Then something else odd would happen. A Grimoire would no, not odd really yet, as now a Grimoire would appear. All nobles see oh, so he did get the Grimoire after all. They think probably a weak one. He's just a commoner after all. As now it will be a 4-leaf clover, it will have it will be plant magic. It's have a green light. Austin sees As soon as he touches it with his left hand, he grabs it with the left hand. As his shield will start to glow. Austin what will it do now? As now the shield will start to the Grimoire would start to glow too. Austin what? Then his Grimoire will start to float and merge with the shield. Austin convenient to things. Then looks at the back of the shield as he sees a page, he can see the pages of his Grimoire now. So he thinks I can use spell with you on the shield now, easy. So now, he walks out, and Nob's pissed that tick off he got a 4-leaf clover. As for Osta's gem, in the gem in the middle would be a silhouette of a 4-leaf clover. Sit in there. So yeah. Asta walks out. Yuno would follow him. No, Yuno would go out a little bit later. As he the church people would see Asta walking out. They think he always didn't like public really. They all know that. As Yuno and Juno walks out and gets attacked by the nobles. There's after we burn Jargramar, we're gonna find that kid and burn his weird shield from him. As Juno thinks good luck taking that off him, and good luck burning it off him too. As now, Juno was blow with the fire away using just his mana wind, without using his Grimoire. The nobles take off what? Then chains would appear and bind them to the walls. Now Yuno gets bind to the ground. Asta could sense that Yuno was in trouble. He rushes towards them. And sees that Yuno is chained down and his Grimoire holds by a guy. I say it would be Revchi. Asta bruh. You know, you gotta take more care of your grandma, he thinks. You gotta take more care of it. Then, you know, then Asta jumps down behind the, no, like, the rev suit said, give the grandma back to you now, he said. Then the rev suit no, Asta said, give the grandma back. Rev suit hear a voice and look behind him and see, like, if like, what? Then he looks back to you know, like, what the? Then he sees there's two of them now? Asta like, bruh, we're not the same person. Said, we're not right twins either, he also said. Just give the grandma back to you know. Rev should be like, oh, you're that weird kid with the four-leaf clover. Grandma that merged with your weird shield thing. Guess I'll be taking that shield off for you. Asta looked at him like, yeah, you're free to try, he said. Rev should be like, what? Then Asta like, yeah. Asta sits down, said, feel free to do it. Rev should be like, oh, okay, you'll give up that easily. Asta will smirk, like, smirk inwardly. Yuna does that too. Like he's gonna get the shield off. Then Rev should just try to rip the shield off. He's like, what the? Osbeck. Then Ostwars hit him, so like, yeah, I know, you can't get it off. Rev should be like, then I guess have to take it off your corpse. Ostwar get mad. It's like, what did he say? Ostwar get mad. It's like, you're gonna give back Yuna's grimoire, and you're gonna leave my arm alone. As now he's see a page on Dennis shield, say, get something in like see something from his eyes, like, oh, new skill unlocked. He thinks, bruh, what is this weird skill thing he thinks? Then it says plant shield. I was like, okay, he says, then it says plant shield. No, it won't be that, it will just be a text on the like the shield, so he could see it. I was like, said plant shield. Now the shield was transform to a leaf act. No, not a leaf, it will be more like how should I explain how it looks? Well, it would look actually be form of a leaf now, a big leaf. Also would hold it up, and then is the thorn. Also was like, what? Then you see something else, a spell. Two like said thorns, like vines of thorn vines. He said, no, also said the thorn vine skill. He has kind of yeah, sure, use it. He said, things. Now the vines would come out from the shields, like some points up from the shield, and goes toward the Serevchi and hit him. And Serevchi uses chains, but his like Asta over like overpowered plant medic would break just right through it and knock the chainmates down. Asta like, yay, he thinks. Asta, no, he wouldn't think like that. He was like, bruh, he's weak. Then he picks up Yuno's grimoire and gives it back to Yuno. It's like, you gotta be more careful, Yuno. Yuno's like, yeah. Then he's like, what's up with your shield now? Osbeck, yeah, I don't know. Then it just de-transforms back. Osbeck, yeah, guess it transformed back now, huh? Yuno's like, yeah, guess it did. Really? Osbeck, yeah. Then talking to each other a little bit. Then standing back goes back to the church now, as they have a feast for Austin Yuno's grimoires. As the Yuno was like, the church would just like ask about Asta's shield, as they would heard like as they would heard Yuno talking about the weird new form. They would ask if he could see it. Asta like, yeah, sure, he said. Then he was transformed to the leaf shield. No, he said it would be called leaf shield. Plant shield would be different. I'll make a different look on it. As they would see it a leaf shield, I'd be like, wow. I was like, yeah, my four-leaf clover apparently merged with the grimoire. I'd be like, what? Then he said, yeah, if you look closely in the, as he like holds out his arm, I still see closely in like the jewel in his shield. They could see a silhouette of four-leaf clover. They'd be like, wow. I was like, yeah, it's kinda cool, I guess. Like, kinda cool, that's awesome. I was like, never heard of anyone that can do that. I was like, yeah. He said, no. He said, after eating next morning, he says, I will go training for myself. I won't be back until we say goodbye for the entry exam. I was like, okay. You know, like, what? I was like, yeah, I need to train on my own, he thinks. You know, like, oh, okay. As now Asta would train to level him up. Yes, Asta will have like the leveling kind of thing that they have in the Shield Hero. And bruh, that's cool leveling system. And if you want me to bring in like the other heroes in this, I might do that, might not. No, I won't bring in that any other heroes. I might bring in like demi-humans and that weird. Oh God, what is it called now? Fidoliols. Yeah, I might bring in Fidolios and demi-humans. If you want that, but now Osmus walk out next. He will say goodbye to others, like I'll be back in 6 months. They would say like, yeah, see ya then. Be careful, they would say. Osback, yeah. He smiles back. Etamas now walks into the like forest and trains during these 6 months. As he meets this, like he does meet the swords guy, as he gets trained in blocking his swords blows with his shield. As the sword guy tries to like give Asta a sword, but they just get rejected by him. Asta like, what? As he tries to do that with like all the swords this like the swordsman could get them made, nothing really worked. Asta what? Why? Then he decides just to rely on his magic to use to fight. As he has the trains with plant medic, he unlocks some other spells. As he would see another section on it is go like a shield, but he couldn't unlock it right. He see like it was meant for another thing. No, it were one single like in middle thing. No, one single like dot kind on his shield. That couldn't really read or figure out what it meant. And that will be his like curse form, or hatred. No, it'll be his curse form with wrath. It's now he'll train to level up a lot. Yes, he will be a level because his mana gets stronger when he levels up, kinda. But he will not level up that easily since he's already pretty strong. Let's say that he was level 50 when you spawn, when like normally without using it before starting training. Now gets back to church. He'll be level 100. No, he'll be level 60 actually, and that will be a little bit stronger. You know, see like then he's come up with his clothes, new clothes. They would see when first recognize him. Then you see the haircut. Say like Asta? The question mark. Osblock. Yeah, hi. He said. They said, what happened to your old clothes? Osblock. Oh, I asked said to make new ones. Like yeah, they can't understand why. As this looked more fitting for a medic knight. For Asta now, they think that this fits you. That fits you more than the other clothes. I was like, yeah, I know. I just realized something. In the anime, Asta's clothes is much less like worse quality than Yuna's actually. Yuna's kind of decent clothes, while Asta has like the peasant-looking clothes, kinda. But yeah, just skip that kinda now. As they go walk to the entry exam now. So now the guard Asta would have like be able to turn his shield into a grimoire. So like a book, just to make it look like his grimoire. As we go to register the grimoires, Asta and Yuna stands in lane. There's some girls would actually see Asta wonder where his grimoire was, as they would see his clothes and think like he's pretty cool clothes. As Asta will have the not berserk armor he would have. As they would see that his clothes and all, then we see no grimoire at all, no grimoire holder. As they would see the weird seal on him. As I walk up to Asta and ask about it, they was like, hi. Uh, they was excuse me, was the single girl said. I was like, oh, what is it? She's like, where's your grimoire? She said. I was like, oh, it's right here, he said. She's like, what? That's just a shield. She kind of laughs. Are you okay now? She says. I was like, no. And then said, like, change it to a book and starts, look. As then look closer into the jewel. As you will see a clover there. As you see a four-leaf clover, she asked them like, hush for a second. Shh, don't tell anyone. Kind of, as she will like, yeah, sure. She kind of blushes a little bit and decides to just walk away now. As that will be our later on. I will reveal who that girl is. She will have some interaction with Asta later on. As the other girls would ask, so what did you get? So his grandma's but yeah, he's apparently, you see that shield? As now Asta would keep the book there. To see the books like, yeah, wait, that is it. She said, apparently that's his grandma. I saw his clover. She kinda smiled. I saw that this is a grandma really. He showed me some spells too. As Asta had wouldn't open his grimoire, just showed some spells to make sure that it looked like a grimoire. She'd be amazed by this too. Then Asta would see like the snake stand. He'll be like suspicious about it. No thanks, he tells. She's like, no, what? You can't just do the entrance without any like food in your stomach. Asta like, yeah, I'm fine. I'll have altered A then. Yeah, the captain, like the old lady, like, yeah, okay, things like, bruh, I just wanted to poison him. I just wanted to poison that little guy. Said like things the old lady. Now they get to like raise the grimoires. Of course, there will be like commotion when Yuna's grimoire is revealed to be a fourth clover. As now he said next, asked like Asta, um, Asta from Harsh Village. She'd be like, okay, where's the grimoire? Asta like holds out his arm, like here. Like, can you take it off? Asked like, no. He said it's stuck there. Then the like grandma like, are you sure that's even a grimoire? Asked like, scan it and you see. No, as asked like, just look in the jewel stone, you see that. He'll like, look now and see a fourth clover. Scan it, like, oh. She's like, wait, another fourth clover and odd one at all. Asked like, yeah. As they always hear that fourth clover too. Asked like, oh, sounds like, bruh, it was exactly this I was afraid of. Then hurries up and walks into the entrance where it stands with others. He stands next to Juno. They all would see them think like they're twins, but they would see that Asta had some muscles actually. And Asta won't be as built as he's in canon. He'll be a little bit like more built than he is in than Juno actually. Just to make sure that Juno is like no. As now the Ant-Mage bird come in, no one would go near Asta, not even Nero, since he could sense Asta's immense mana too. Even though the animals, some birds would sit around like a bit from Asta, stay very calm, and that is one of the abilities that the Shielder had. I think it's no, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not even gonna try, because someone's gonna roast me in the comments for can't pronounce his name. So I'm not even gonna try. Okay, the Shield hero. He had some ability like the animals was always calm around him. And that works apparently on the like demi-humans and the Fidolias too. Then there's they are waiting for him. No. Now the like entrance would start and the captors walk in. Austin won't bother to jam in this really. As Austin and Universe split apart so when it's not too much to get close to each other. As the captains would hand out the brooms now, Austin would grab it. And then he was easily fly on it, just like Juno, but it kinda better too. As captors see that they look similar, they think like are they twins? As Asta flew down, it's like we're not twins. Yes, told them they would ask if they were twins. Asked like, no, we're not. We just look the same and come from the same place. We're not twins, okay? Like, okay, it kind of weird, but then we see like there's something said something that didn't look similar between their eyes, their hairstyle, and a little bit of how their face, this skin color, because Asta would be a little bit like have the same like skin, a little bit like not so pale, like he'll be less pale than you know. I just see this and see that it's not because of the sun, it's how he looks normally, so the thing like, never mind that. Then they come for the creation, not they come for the target practice one. Also think like, bro, what's I gonna do now? Then he uses his leaf sheet. Then he has to open his Grimoire, like whisper something. This is throws like some thorns at the target. As like Charlotte would see this, like the thorns. Like, does he have plant medic? And she would have seen the Grimoire like standing in on his like arm. As the all cameras see this. No, they won't really see that Asta used this Grimoire there because would have hidden it. For now. No. Yeah, he will just hidden it for now. Then it comes for the seed growing test. Asta grows like the plant just fast now. I still see it didn't. They will see how they think like they had plant medic since that was the record for even plant midges. Just they were learning the balls at new record for seed growing test. How tall it was to all measure it and just asked like, bruh, really did they have to pause it just for that? If I knew that, I wouldn't have done it. I will hold back more, he thinks. Then it comes for the creation part. Aspect, thinks about it, then just looks at his arm. Like they'll see now. Aspect pulls out the arm for where hiding and still see his grim bar. Aspect thinks and has turned to a normal shield now. They would see this. I'm like, what? I still think like, bruh, what the hell? They think like, what the is this? Asta would so yeah, it's now Asta and then come up with a question. Asta gets challenged by a Fire Noble. No, who wants challenged by Fire Noble? Who gets challenged by a Wind Medic user? Asta like, like a Wind Medic user. I'm gonna tear that shield apart. What's up with that weird Grimoire of yours, and why can it turn to a shield? Asta would have turned back now. Asta, because it can, he says. The Wind Medic is like, finally, I'm gonna take you down and get some look good and get a good Medic Knight squad. Asta like, yeah, sure. Just try it, he said. Asta just stands there. We know the ticked off and the open Grimoire. So now he said, or as the spell would, I don't know what to call the spell, but he will create a giant wind tornado. And as you don't see the spell, does he have similar spells to me or something? As now you see the giant tornado went for Asta. Asta look at the black caps one, is not gonna do anything. Asta then says leaf shield. As they all see the like his Grimoire changed back from the like not to the normal shield, to see they turn to a leaf. Don't wonder what. As they see the metal kinda like Asta's metal and they see the jewel in the middle still. Then Asta said the thorns, thorn vines. And the vines would just go to and sap like go to the ground, underground, and hit the noble. While he was blocking the tornado. Mostly as then he has used some vines to destroy the tornado too. Captors see this and now the noble will pin down. Asta walk up to him like, do you surrender? I'm like, what the? As he's pinned down, he's like, yes, I surrender. I was like, good. Then he releases the noble and they transform his shield to his Grimoire now. So then they just come for the selection part. As for Asta, no, as for Yuno, he gets selected by all Medic Knight squad and joins the Golden Dawn, of course. As for Asta, the Cabras ask what his magic is and what's up with his Grimoire. Osbeck, I don't know either how to explain this, said, but then he said, well, for first, with this weird shield, actually, they would ask what's up with that Grimoire can turn into a shield. Osbeck, actually, it's the opposite. It's the shield that can turn into a Grimoire. Like, what? He said, yeah, as then tries to explain it, kinda. Then he was like, it's really hard to explain, but this is basically it, he said. I said, when I unlocked my medic, I didn't get the plant medic that I have. I got the shield on my arm. Like, what? I said, yes, I can't take it off either. And then, when I got my Grimoire, I would have got then, my Grimoire would merge with the shield. And I already had the jewel in on the shield still, so as you can see here, it's a 4-leaf clover inside the jewel. As there was captain who jumped on the shield, like confirmed to others that it really was one there. I said, yeah, that's basically it, and apparently I can change the form of my shield to a leaf. Maybe it's because of my plant medic. Like, okay. like, it's complicated, but then we understand that he's serious about it, not lying. As Jan would confirm that he's not lying about it. Stand the people that raise their hands, it would be not the golden dawn would be intrigued by this and still wonder what he really was and see how far he could go. As the golem would do it, Jack the Ripper would do it because if I think like this kid probably protect itself from my slashes. Like all the captains raise their hands to actually for Asta. Asta look at them as deny some squads immediately. Especially the Green Primitive, see like immediately said to Green Primitive, I want you in your squad, you're gonna slice me up and use me for like to slice at me because of my shield. He said, KKK, you're right, kid. I was like, of course I'm right, I knew that. Then he starts like, Dorothy, no, the car peacocks, no, you sleep way too much. Real, you look too spaced out and you're young. You're kinda young for being captain. Then he looks at the other ones, and like, and so deny like the Silver Eagles, the Golden Dawn. He said, I don't want you on the Silver Eagles. Golden Dawn, no, my rival slash kind of like my rival joined our squad. Then he has the people that he left is the Blue Rose Knights, Black Bulls. Yeah, we have done it Purple Orcas already, so it will be the Blue Rose Knights, Black Bulls, Figolia, like the Crimson Lion Kings. That's pretty much all, as you have denied the Golden Dawn, Purple Orcas, Green Praying Mantis, Real, Gold Peacocks, and the Silver Eagles. Yeah. As for the free squad he should pick, it would be. He thinks like hard and then just deny like Figolians, like no, I want you on the Crimson Lion Kings. Yeah, then Figolian would ask kinda why. Also, like, is it obvious? Most of your medic users are flame medic users, and I'm a plant medic, I'll be in an obvious disadvantage. He thinks like even though I have my shield can block it, I can't really do an offensive really much damage on them. If you go like, yeah, sure. Then he looks at the Black Bulls and the Blue Knights, he thinks for a while. Then he'd be like, Then he decides to like ask the Blue Knights how many men have joined your squad before? She'll be like, about no one actually. She's like, yeah, this is the first time I want two men, except two people to my squad. That's not girls. I was like, Then he said, yeah, I mean, like, no, I want you on the Black Bulls. Oh, want you on the Blue Rose Knights? Said it will be an honor to you on the Blue Rose Knights. And I know now in the comments you'll be like, what? Asta joins the Blue Rose Knights, but it's just all women. Remember that Yuna got his hand raised and Asta get all the 7 hands. And Asta's plant medic, which make the Blue Rose Knights an obvious choice since they are plant medic too. Like, well, the captain has a thorn medic, I think it's called. But she has similar medic to Oswald's Asta. Asta would not decide to join them, because he might get some training with the plant medic, with the captain, if she allows it. Saul was tells her that why do you let him? He's strong and he's plant medic too. Then it's like besides, don't you think that's kind of attractive? She was Saul like, Saul like, yeah, I thought you chose him because he's attractive. Sean will be like, what? You think he's what now? Saul hears what he said like, forget what I said. Saul said. I was like, then she'll be like, yeah, sure. Asta meets up with Yuno, says bye to Yuno, then walk away. Now he walks to the Blue Knights and meets up with them. As there was Sarwards explains some things for Asta. Asta like, yeah, sure. He agrees to everything she said. As they get to Blue Knights, as they were asked, so they would get any new persons to the squad? It's like, yeah. As they would see a man, they're like, what, a man? It's like, yes, he's strong too. As they all think like he's kinda attractive too. They think like handsome. And in this, Asta want to get the harem. Okay, one thing clear. I said earlier in this video that the shipping would be Noel or Mimosa, but in this I'll probably choose one of the Blue Knights. And that will be my own choice, but you can make suggestions. No, actually I will choose my own. It'll probably Soul. Yeah, it will be Soul, actually. Because she's like the other, like the one of the few Blur's Knights that we actually got some good intel on. And have some interactions in like the anime and manga. Pretty much she has some good interactions. They are now what I'm saying. They are just waiting. Then like they was he asked to get his robe and get shown to a room. As Charlotte shows him because she didn't want Soul to try to like capture him later or something like that now really because she knew that Soul kinda thought he was attractive and realized that the other did that too. And so to get shown to his room, he sits down. Kinda wonders what he should do now. He writes a letter back home and sends it to the church. Let us then. Short was like, since you only have a shield, you should probably no serious get then she'll think that goes towards her room and thinking, Then she goes picks out the sword for Asta and tries to give it to Asta, but Asta reacted immediately like, no, it won't work. She's like, why not? Asta like, I've tried many swords and saw Asta and she had some different weapons, bow or not. Asta like, that won't work. As she like, just try them at least. As they were outside, like it would be the next day. They were trying to find a weapon that Asta can use too, since he only has a shield. As it realized that he can't really use that. No, they was tried to use it first, but the sword was scared to fly out of his hand immediately. They said, "Why do you throw it out?" I was like, "I didn't." I said, they see that he tries to grab it on, but it just flies out. Then he tries the bow, it won't have work on him. And now the spear, they just fly out too. Like, wonder why? I was like, I don't know why either, he said. Then he sees a shield that they had. And he like pick it up and like wonder about it. Then his like his own shield will react and kind of scan it. Also see this black white. Then it like picks it up, puts the shield down again. Then he just thinks about it, and his own shield turns to that shield that he has scanned. The black all see this black white. Then I think like then I was like, wow, so this has the ability to copy other shields things. Then I already that this might be a good weapon if they can design a shield that can do damage if he hits them with them, that he will be able to get a weapon, the things. As the girls will have a competition to find the best shield for Asta. Asta didn't really know that it was competition between them because Asta will be dense in this. Like the main character need to be dense about their feelings at first, okay? I mean, it's Asta too because he was so freakishly dense in the canon. Asta now just Asta sits down kinda. No, he started like training with his shield, with his plants. A short will stall him, like said, so you're training how? Asta like started like a little bit, like would show that he was scared, but surprised by her, just like yeah I do. He answers and looks back. Then you see like short like may I train with you? Ask like why do you ask? You're like kept. You can just tell me like you can just order me to train with you. She's like yeah no. It's like then she's like if that's what you want then I order you to train with me. I was like okay things like yeah sure. So now they start training. Yes, it will go easily for like those training with thorns like then I saw Charlotte was told to him to bring out his leaf shield and take out his like wine. I was like, oh okay. As it takes out his one vines, I still have a as the now Charlotte was use hermetic. I still all like sense this and watch the other girls will now walk out and see this bellow. I still ask what's going on. Ask then Charlotte say I'm training with the newbie. Like oh okay. Just decides to watch to see how strong Asta really was. The Charlotte makes a piercing attack against his shield. Austin sees this like, he holds up his shield easily, like holding his arm up and blocks the attack. Charlotte was surprised, like, what? Austin like, yeah, pretty much I can't, since it's pretty much impenetrable, nothing yet has been able to break it. Charlotte like, oh, very well, then says like, now you use your can use any other plant spells? Austin like, thinks about it. As he able to create flow. No, as he thinks about it, and is be able to create some. And slap like a little bit of tree armor around him. Yes, he will get some like trees around him, like I can create these. She's like, wow, see this? As for now, Asta's armor, like Beskar armor, will get no, his berserk armor, get some vines around it, cling around, and see to get like some thorns on it too. As Asta will like dispel it immediately afterwards. Like I don't prefer to use it though, really, since I have this armor already. As no shot would see the reels that he had armor on. She's like, wow, when did you get this armor? I was like, a couple of months, 2 months ago, he said. I made it myself. She's like, oh, okay. As soon the first mission will begin. But that is where I'll be leaving this what if off. I hope you guys enjoyed this what if video. If you did, please consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. Now that's all from me. Now stay safe. Peace out. Oh god, I pick up the old intro outro. But yeah, that's all from me. Now please consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. That's all from me now. See you on the next one.